So I was looking through my comment section yesterday after I was uploaded that video on my map tier list, and I ended up seeing a comment about someone asking for a world edit tutorial. And that made me think that why don't I just make a tutorial on how to make a map? So that's what I'll do today. So first, what we're gonna do is first load into a customs. You're gonna create a game, Bedwars squads. Scroll down, you're gonna go to sandbox, not the actual sandbox tab, you're going to the squads version. Create match, go on any team, preferably if you're making a 5v5 map, in which I'm gonna be doing a little bit later in this video. You're gonna wanna stick on either blue or orange team, press start match, and then you're gonna end up here. You always wanna start by pressing /GM1. This will give you your world edit wand and your world guard wand. This is your starting base for everything. So ideally what you're wanting to do, because this will be useful for later, you're gonna press C. This will not warp you back to base. This will open the creative menu. And you're gonna search up glass. You're gonna select this, and in the center of the map, place this here. Make a little guide box in which you can stand in to make sure when you're pasting certain objects, you will be centered. All right, perfect. So now that we have that there, I think what we're gonna do is just for a basic starter, we're going to maybe build out like, I don't know, a bit this way. I probably won't be able to count. All right, there you go. That's a start. You're gonna select this with your world edit wand. First, left click so that this will highlight as yellow. Next, you're gonna go fly back to the beginning of your bridge. Right click this, and you're going to press X or hold X and select copy. And then once you let go, hovering over that, it will copy 89 blocks, but I actually made the mistake. You have to copy it in here in the middle of this guide, press copy. And then in the chat, you're gonna do /rotate 180. This will rotate it on the x-axis, and this is all you have. You don't have to worry about anything else. Do not put in any of the numbers except for 180. This will rotate what you copied over there, and once you paste it through this right here, it will show up exactly at the same length that you posted it over here. Good, so that's a start. So I'm going to just mention something here, is that this is a really good start. This is where you can get a base for everything. When you're making one side of the map, you always don't want to start making a base on the other side and start making a base here. They won't line up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna focus on making a base, and like, let's say we wanna offset it like this. Then you're gonna get a certain material that you like. We're gonna grab andesite, pretty simple to work with. Build up a few blocks, because then that way you have sort of base for what the base will be. And then with that, we're going to build out a little bit this way, about this much, and about this much this way. So you're gonna first select that first one, then you're gonna build up to your desired height, and select this with your right click, and you're going to go to set here. Do not do any chat commands, because personally it is easy to do. You can copy and paste, but when you copy and paste the same command over 5 times, you have a risk of getting warned by Roblox. So it's just better to get into the habit of using this. Select andesite. Now this is something that some people may know, some people may not, but this is very handy for map making, especially if you're starting fresh on a new day. You can select things by pressing Z and hovering your mouse over the desired block you want to use. And now I'm gonna build a block here, build a block here, set grass, and you have your basics for grass. So this is a very, very simple island. Typically what you'll want to do is add depth to the terrain. So you're gonna want to like add little mini pillars on the side for something you could add grass to, and then just do it like this. Pretty simple. And you do that sort of making the island not necessarily a box. And then you'd add stuff up here like your generators and whatnot, which I'm going to show you how to do. Do one for diamonds, emeralds, and a team gen. So there's always an available global generator tool, but this one's better to run as a chat command because the gadget just won't work. So we're going to start with this. The command that you want to run for a team, actually no, the team gen gadget can work here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your inventory and you're going to select team generator gadget, this guy, and you're selected here. Place it here, configure it. We want it for blue team, and so I'm going to do it on blue team so I can show you what to do for blue team specifically. So you want to put it as 0.9. This is the starting base for a tier 0 generator, and you put it at 100 max. Then you're gonna put it back onto orange, and then back to blue, because when you press apply, when it just defaults to blue, it will not do anything. Now If you press apply, there, you now have a functional team gen. So I'm just gonna quickly remove the gadget because you can't mine it. So just place 2 blocks outside of the build radius, do that, and then you have a generator. Good. So now, for this, the command is going to be /gen_create global diamond 40. This is how long it takes for it to spawn, and the max stack size will be 5. This is a standard tier 0 diamond generator. Press that, and boom, you got a diamond gen. And then as for the emerald generator, what you're gonna do is /gen_create global emerald 69. This is the starting base time for a normal emerald generator, and it's going to max out at 3. There you go. So now you have your standard generators. And something interesting you may want to know is that once I restart this match, if I choose to, diamond guardians will now start spawning here since this is considered a proper diamond generator. See? Drop in the diamonds. Very good. So, but the reason I said to choose the squads version of the sandbox map instead of just the normal sandbox map is because of the beds. Beds will not save in the normal version of the squad of this sandbox map. So what you need to do is you need to run it in a normal sandbox, and that will also save the generator speeds. You need to run it in a squad sandbox. It will save the generator speeds, and it will save the beds. What I'm gonna do now is somebody sent me a map in which I offered to fix up for them to show them what would work for a 5v5 map, because what they have right now isn't necessarily optimal. So today we're gonna be all right. So we loaded into the match. Pretty good. So, like, first impressions, this seems really good, but you have to look into it quite deep in order to understand what's wrong with it. All right, so I did end up making some progress. So I'm just going to quickly show you guys something here, just in case you feel as if something is wrong when you do this. So typically when you want to copy an entire section, you're going to select the whole thing by setting everything within the parameters of the pause 1 and pause 2. Going here, doing slash slash copy, do slash slash rotate 180. And what you're going to want to do is slash slash paste. It will paste everything from over here onto this side. It worked fine, but you're going to notice that there's going to be a really big lag spike after. Don't worry, that's normal. But as for now, I think this is where I'm going to leave off with my construction on this. So I am going to make this map reconstruction into an actual series in which I'll let you guys help me decide on what could work for a map. Editor Zoliax here. I just wanted to clarify something that if you're noticing a lot of clips are missing, that's because I stopped recording mainly because my friends kept on joining me mid-match and ruining my recordings, which Bedwars currently has a bug where if you don't lock a server and you have your friends spectating off, it will just completely end a match as soon as they attempt to join. And so then I tried locking the server and it did the same thing, but much faster. So I had to keep on restarting the recording to the point that I just didn't bother. So I thought I'd show you guys the end result. So again, if you guys want to have an idea for the map, feel free to let me know. I'll see what I can work in.